What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Logisticalstyles coming at you with another video, and this time we're doing a gig recap or a gig review video. I did a really big gig last weekend, the weekend of December 17th through the 19th at the Hard Rock Hotel in Cabo Mexico. And we're going to do a review of it. I'm going to show you the videos I took and the pictures and show you how we got down in Mexico. Alright, so I'm back. So like I said in the intro of the video, the week of December 17th through the 19th, I was in Los Cabo, Mexico at the Hard Rock Hotel, and I was actually performing a couple of events there for the Just Live Travel group. It's a group I recently got hooked up with from one of my comedian friends from the Uptown Comedy Corner. And we went out there for the weekend and we had several events, and I was one of the 3 DJs that was out there performing for these events. I was doing the comedy show. I was booked to do the comedy show on Friday, and then Saturday I did a pool party for the whole hotel, and then that night I did old school party with my partner DJ Ant Love, also here from Atlanta, Georgia, and we just turned it out. It was a great event. I was so happy to do my first international gig, paid gig out of the States, and it was a great experience. It was at an all-inclusive resort. The Hard Rock Hotel out there in Los Cabos is all-inclusive. So when you're on the property, everything is paid for, everything including your meals, your drinks, anything you wanted, except for souvenirs or any kind of shopping that you were trying to do. But everything was taken care of for you. The hotel room was just pretty great. I didn't get a lot of pictures of that, but everything was just laid out. It was a great experience for my first international gig, and it went really well. So what I'm going to do is I took a good amount of picture and video. I'm not sure if I took enough relevant picture and video, but we'll see. I'll pull this up and try to get up here in one of these corners, and we'll go over the actual event. But basically, let's start here. This is the brochure for the event. Like I said, it was put on by a group called Just Live, and I really appreciate this. It really made me feel special. They had my own layout. You know, a lot of DJs worry about getting a name on the flyer. Well, we got our names in the actual brochure. This is my partner Ant Love that was out there with me. There's me right there. Then a couple of other speakers that were talking at some of the other events they had, and then the comedians that we worked with down here, Lav Love and Steve Brown right up here. Then this is the other DJ right here, DJ 3 Snaps, and I think DJ Nasty from Miami 305, DJ Nasty 305. I didn't get to see him, but maybe he was doing one of the other events. But this is the brochure, and one of the most exciting parts about this brochure is on the back, because 2022 we're going to be doing Jamaica, and I believe also we'll be doing Las Vegas in Memorial Day weekend. So this was a pretty cool connection that I made. Basically, I got referred to this group from the comedian Lav Love. He had referred me because they had gone through a few other DJs in the past, but I guess it was just my turn to get a chance to go, and it went really well. I flew out Friday. That Friday morning I flew out and then landed in Mexico probably, I think it was about 2 o'clock when I landed. Got to the hotel. The room wasn't ready, but I was able to go around, do sound check, and get everything ready for the night's comedy show, which was a really easy gig. Just play some music as people are coming in to the comedy show theater, and then play the music for the comedians as they come up and whatever's part of their routine. And then we did an after party after the comedy show for another hour. We had the room for another hour, so I just mixed out for that. And then that was it for Friday night. So that was a really easy gig to do Friday night. And then Saturday, I got up early, went and checked out the beach, and then went and checked out the area where I was doing the sound check, or where I was doing my DJ performance at the pool party. I was told I was going to be opening or following up with a band, But I guess they made a change, and instead of a band, there was another DJ, the DJ that worked for the hotel. He opened up, and then I played for 2 hours, and then he closed out for an hour. So it was a really easy pool party. It was just basically me playing for the whole uh, audience of the hotel versus just playing for my particular group that I was traveling with. So I got to really broaden my horizons a bit and play, something to touch on everything. And I got a lot of good compliments. People were happy that there was a switch up because the resident DJ played a lot of reggaeton and uh, Mexican music, Latin music. I mean, yeah, we were in Mexico, but there were a lot of Americans there on the resort, and they wanted to hear something a little familiar. So when I got on, it was a nice change, and I got a lot of compliments from that. And it was really cool because the day before, that night before I did the comedy show, I went to one of the restaurants in the hotel to eat dinner, and I ended up getting stuck with a group or a couple of families at the hibachi style restaurant, and I was talking to the mother of one of the families and mentioned that I was there as a DJ to do a gig, and she just thought it was the coolest thing. And it ended up being that when I did the pool party the next day, her family was out there in the pool area, so they were really really excited. They gave me like the whole rock star treatment. Even before I started my set, the MC for the hotel made a big announcement. It was in Spanish, so I couldn't hear much. I just kept hearing, DJ Logic, and then more words I didn't understand, but I heard my name. So I was getting excited about the way they hyped me up for that. And then to have people in the crowd that actually recognized me as a DJ, that really was a kind of a boost to the ego. It was fun. It was definitely fun. And then shortly after that, after I finished my performance, that's when Aunt Love arrived at the hotel. So me and him, we just kind of just checked out the whole lay of the land, checked out the resort, got ready for the party that night. There was a big dinner for the group that we were traveling with. We did like a tomahawk steak challenge, which I failed miserably at, but it was still fun. And then the 80s party that night, we really just had a good time. It felt good because everything was they did everything on a pretty professional level. They had, the great sound and light system set up. I had everything that I wanted. Anything that I requested was pretty much made available to me, as far as like needing extra monitors or microphones and so forth, what have you. When I did travel to do this gig, I bought my Rane 70 mixer with me. It was requested that I bring a mixer. I also bought my Newmark DJ to go to touch along with me as well. Didn't have to use it, but I just bought it as a backup just in case. My situations didn't really require it, but I think one of the gigs that Aunt Love did on the boat, that probably would have been a better situation than the 72, which is what he also bought. One interesting thing about traveling internationally with DJ equipment. So when I got off the plane in Mexico and going through customs, one of the first things they asked me about my mixer was how much did it cost? And when I responded, I'm thinking, well, maybe they're just, this is for insurance purposes, or in case, something happens or it gets lost or I claim it got stolen or whatever. But no, it was just more of just a customs tax for bringing an expensive piece of equipment into the country, especially using it to work to make money while I'm in the country with this expensive piece of equipment. So there was a tax involved. Basically, what they explained to me was that you can bring in a laptop with you without being charged. After that first laptop, you have to pay for that laptop. Electronics that you're bringing in or professional working equipment, you can bring it in. You get like a $500 window value that you can bring in before you get taxed. Anything over that $500, they are taxing you on it. And because when they asked me how much the mixer cost, I told them it's $1,500. So I got taxed on $1,000. I couldn't leave the airport without paying with that mixer. I couldn't leave that airport without the mixer without paying another $190 as a customs tax. They said that the tax applies to that piece of equipment for a whole year. So if I go back to Mexico, I can just pull out that receipt and show them I've already paid taxes on this piece of equipment. But it was just something that I wasn't really um, aware of, but I'm glad I was actually prepared or able to pay that tax to get out of the airport and get to go on and do the work and do my gig. But that's something I learned, about traveling internationally. It's a little bit different than traveling around the country. Um, Flying with the mixer was no problem. I did use I did use this case. I always try to make it a point to show you when I use equipment that I've reviewed or talked about. And I did use this Apache case that are, if you look at my history, there's other videos. There's a review I did on this mixer case. Or it's a case that I use for my mixer, and it worked perfectly. It was great. It's actually airtight, and I was able to see that in action when I pulled the mixer out after flying with it and getting out of the airport, opening it up. You can tell that this definitely is a quality mixer case. I'm definitely going to keep pushing and promoting that. It's by Apache. I'll put a link in the description so you can check that out. And there's a review video on this channel as well, so you can check that out as well. But anyway, yeah, I traveled with my mixer. I had to pay $190 in taxes just to get out the airport and be able to use the mixer. But other than that, it was great. The trip from the airport to the hotel was about an hour, and we were right there on the beach or on the bottom of the peninsula of Mexico. The water was beautiful. It's a really strong current. They advised you not to get into the water because it was really strong. I almost lost some slippers or sandals in the beach out there. But I'll show you some more pictures. The hotel was great. I think the resort is probably about maybe 2 or 3 years old. But everybody was helpful, even though there was a language barrier. That was funny, trying to do sound check and get equipment hooked up with a sound tech who didn't really speak English and wasn't really a sound tech per se. He was just going by pictures that he had been given on how to hook this equipment up. But I was really impressed that everything was just really plug and play with the system. Even for the pool party, they had a pair of QSC tops and the QSC subs outside of the stage, and everything was just very simple. They kept it simple, and it all worked. I also got to work with Pioneer Nexus system, and that was my first time doing that. I've used Pioneer controllers in the past. I've used CDJs in the past. I'm not a big fan of CDJs, but we were able to get it up and running. I had more fun when I was using the CDJs with my Rain 70 mixer versus using the Pioneer Nexus mixer. There was something going on with it. I didn't really have time to do any troubleshooting, but there's a fader start feature where if you move the fader over, it automatically starts that deck over there, and if I move it that way, it starts that deck. Well, I couldn't figure out how to disengage that, so basically for my pool party performance, I had to play a game of avoid touching the crossfader, and I failed a couple of times because I hit the fader and it would start the song over. Nobody really cared about that. I was paying more attention to it than anything else, but it was something that I'm gonna look into a little bit further, see how to disable features like that. But other than that, I was able to play, no problem. They're cool. The Pioneer Nexus decks, they're pretty cool and interesting if you're into that type of thing, but I think for me it's overkill. I would have preferred to have my Rain 12s or some turntables. But yeah, it was a really good event. I was really excited about it. Like I said, this is the name of the organization that put us out there, called Just Live. If you want to look them up on the internet or something like that, just Google them, Just Live. And like I said, the next trip they have listed is Jamaica for this coming year, so hopefully I get to be a part of that. And I believe also we're doing Memorial Day in Las Vegas, so hopefully I'll have a really good gig event or gig log for that. But Thanks for checking out the video. We got more videos coming out. I don't want to keep this too long, but I just wanted to give you an update about, what I've been doing for how I closed out this year. As far as gigs go, it's been a really, really busy year, especially once things open back up. And we got a lot in, a lot of gigs, a lot of different product reviews we did as well. So I'm just looking forward to doing a lot more bigger stuff. And I just also wanted to give a shout out to everybody that's hit me up in the comments or in the direct messages, even on Instagram. I really appreciate all the encouragement. I didn't realize that you folks were really, really enjoying the videos like that, but I'm definitely going to use that as encouragement to make more videos, put out more product or more content, and just really just let y'all see what's going on in this journey of a DJ career that I've got going on. People will tell you that DJing is getting played out or DJing is not a viable career, but I'm here to show you and here to tell you that yes, you can accomplish some really great things with DJing, and each year everything gets bigger and better. There's always something new. Never really thought I would be going out of the country DJing professionally, but it happened, and I just want to keep it going. So, and just keep watching the videos and keep looking for the updates. And I've got a lot of ideas for some more videos. So stay tuned, subscribe, like, share, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.